Hello, Just Good Eurobricks here, back to another review, and today I'm reviewing my first LEGO Disney Princess set, and it is the biggest one for its January 2014, and it's set number 41055. It's called Cinderella's Romantic Castle. It has 646 pieces, 2 mini dolls, and it retails for $70 in the US. And remember, that's $70 in the US. Now, where did I get this from? I actually got this from the LEGO store, and these are just starting to show up in LEGO stores more in the south of the United States. And because I live in Florida and stuff like that, and I haven't really heard anything from the northern United States. Also, I have to say I was right predicting the price of this because I said it was going to be $70, and look at that, it's $70. Now this isn't available at Toys R Us just yet, so hold your breath on that if you're a Toys R Us buyer. And I will go take a look at the packaging. So here's the box for the set, and I have to say, it's one of the best boxes for January 2014, at least of what I've seen. I love the background right there. You can see a very nice forest drawing and some nice fireworks in a nice evening and night sky blending together. It's really going to sell the set to a lot of younger kids and stuff like that. And you can see the top right there, it shows Cinderella. Very nice little image on the side there too. And the back shows the 4 Disney princesses that appear in mini doll form, which is really cool. I do like that. And it shows all the little jewelry and stuff like that and the accessories. And then it shows all the play features on the back and stuff like that. So this is actually really cool. And you do get 2 surprisingly long instruction booklets. Not really long, I mean more complex instruction booklets. I actually encountered a few problems, and this is recommended for ages 6 to 12. So I wonder how like 6 and 12-year-olds are going to like build this, or 6 through 12-year-olds. They're definitely going to probably need help from their parents. You can see the back right here. It shows a preview of what we'll see on the Disney Princess LEGO site. And there's this little thing that says win, and they actually replaced it with 3 Disney Princess sets. So that's really cool. And now let's take a look at the minifigures. So here is a Cinderella mini doll, or, you know, I keep on saying minifigure because we're not really getting that much mini dolls compared to minifigures for obvious reasons, because this is the second mini doll theme. But nevertheless, it is a really nice printed mini doll, and I think that she looks just fine besides her face. Now her face is a LEGO Friends head, and it's fit in the LEGO Friends style, and I think that's a little complaint with the Disney Princess line, is because for her and Merida, I think that the style of LEGO Friends doesn't really fit how they look in the movies. But nevertheless, she does have some very nice printing, like I said, on her gloves, and I like how much detail they got on there, because they got this little part so you can see a little bit of her skin on her arms to represent her gloves. And you got some very nice coloring on her little bottom part right here, her little skirt, or I guess you could say I'm not really good. Or her dress, like the bottom of her dress. I'm not good with clothes, and you guys know that. And you can see that is how she looks on the bottom right there, because this is a new piece just for the Disney Princess line, and it's basically the bottom of a mini doll, but it's for a bottom dress. So that's really cool, and it just kind of fits on anything right there, so you can put it right that. And her hairpiece is actually exclusive to the Disney Princess line, and it's used in 2 sets, which is the 2 sets that Cinderella comes in, because that hair is actually a fairly nice looking piece, because you got some really nice blue coloring right there. Of course, this hairpiece does fit on minifigures, which I'll show in a little bit, and you can see the back coloring right there. And of course, mini dolls do not have double-sided faces, but you can take the hairpiece off and fit it on just about any minifigure. And there you go. It doesn't look too nice with LEGO minifigures, but then again, this isn't a princess right here, so maybe it'll look better with a Disney, or not really Disney princess, just any princess minifigure. But still, she isn't exclusive to the set, like I said, which is a little bit disappointing. Maybe it would have been cool to get a little variation that's exclusive to this bigger set, because there's only 1 exclusive minifigure in this set, and there's only 2 minifigures, which is a little bit of a flaw. But we'll take a look at that exclusive minifigure right now. And this is Prince Charming, and Prince Charming is actually a very nice minifigure. I think his face, like I said, doesn't really fit the style of how he looks in the films. The same problem with Cinderella, but the printing I think is even better than Cinderella's. You can see how much detail went into him, and he is exclusive to the set, so that's very nice. And he's one of the only 2 minifigures in this set, or sorry, mini dolls. And you can see he has some side printing right there, which is kind of yellow, and right there. So maybe that could be used for a tracksuit or something like that. And that's really cool, because now it has a double use. And he is a male mini doll, and we're getting a lot more male mini dolls in 2014 alone, which is very nice, because in 2012 and 2013, we didn't get that many. I mean, in 2012 we only got 1, and then in 2013 we got 2. So that's kind of interesting and really cool. And his hairpiece is just the Asian chase hair, or whatever people call it nowadays. The tousled hair in dark brown, which is what I call the Mutt Williams hair. And you can see his very nice torso printing right there. There's kind of like, it looks like a necklace, but it's just really his vest and his back right there. And here's the set all together. You can see the set is just massive. I'm going to be taking a close-up a little bit later after I do a quick look at this all together, which won't be zoomed up or anything, and then I'll do a close-up which will be zoomed up and stuff like that. And it is going to be overhead because I'm finding that to be much more easier to do and much more efficient. But you can see right here, there's actually a few separate parts, and that's just the castle alone. And then you got a separate part right here, which is a little swing, and we'll get a close-up of that later. And that has no place that really fits or anything like that, so it's just kind of a separate thing. And I'm not usually a fan of separate things, but I think this one's pretty cool because it's just like it's a little play feature all in itself, and you don't have to add it in the set. The only thing I'm not really a fan of that much is these separate little chairs. I think that's a little bit annoying because you might get you might lose those or whatever. But you also get a separate tree right there with the red apple, which is always nice, and you can see that right there. And then here's the big castle all together. And again, I'm going to do a close-up, so don't worry. And the side view right there, which is shown on the back of the box. Now let's get a close-up so you can see the set all in its detail. So here is the castle, and you can see it's so big that I'm even like having some of this like showing and stuff like that. But you can see it's just massive. And so let's take a look at the front little pathway right there, which is a bridge. And you can see there's some very nice lily pad details, but that's not what we're going to take a look at first. Just want to zoom up like that. The first part we're going to look at is the little swing set, and it's actually a pretty good swing. I mean, you just have to move this little part right here, and it swings up and down. The only part blocking it is this little branch right here. And you could fit a mini doll on there, but I don't really trust it that it will stay, so let's see how that works. Okay, so Prince Charming kind of stays, and you see he'll fall just right off. But still, it is pretty cool, and I do like the little tree detail on the side right there. I think that's really cool. And it's just a nice little add-on, and I don't really mind this one too much, even though I don't like add-ons. Because I really like how they designed the trunk and everything in the tree, and it's not really exclusive to this set. But an add-on I don't really like is these little chairs. I think it should have been kind of connected to this part right here, which is a little table and a tree. But the chairs are just kind of separate, and of course they're made for mini dolls because mini dolls don't have the little studs on the back. So you just kind of fit them like that, and they don't always stay. And you can see there's just a little, like two little cups and then this little table right here. And there's a nice red apple, which is getting more common in 2014, which is very nice. You can see there's two right there. So that's all nice. And it's just another little add-on. I just wish the chairs were connected or something like that. And of course you do get two chairs, don't know if I mentioned that. And now for the castle itself, we'll start with this part right here. And you can see there's actually a little sticker part right there, which is the glass slipper. And it is actually on kind of like a silvery sticker, which is interesting because there's two sticker sheets in the set. There's this little, like, kind of like, I guess I don't really know the term, but it's like a sticker sheet that has this on the back, which is kind of like a silver, and then a regular sticker sheet. And so that actually, I really do like that. I think that's really cool how they handle that, much better than how they handled it in the Duplo set when it was just printed on an actual brick. So you could kind of put Cinderella right there, and it looks a little bit like she's wearing it, but then again, it's not really intended for that purpose. It's just really for show, and of course that's a very recognizable part of the movie. And these two lily pads, like I said, is actually really nice. I do like the detail on there. And then you start to see that there's these two pieces, which are the newer piece, which I call a little mini dome for 2014, and those are in pearl gold. There's a little part for the cat, which I put right here if you want to display on the front, but you'll see later there's actually a little cat part in this top dome right here, which we'll get to later. But there's actually a whole dog house for the dog on the front, and he just kind of sits right there. And though dogs didn't really play a big part in Cinderella, of course, they want to include pets because pets are really like well, they don't sell these sets, but they're really kind of a part that the target demographic, I guess, likes. I'm not really sure, because you can see them in a lot of friend sets too. And you can see there's a little dog bone right there, sticker piece, which is the little flowers on the side right there. And there's a sticker right there and some flowers right here. There's nothing in the doghouse or anything, just a little space for the dog and a little bone. You can move it to the side right here. There's another little flower patch and 2 stickers right there. And you can see right there and then right there. And then if you go to the front part right here, there's this very nice printed piece, which is a little, what is it called? The clock. I forgot. There's a specific name for it. But I guess I have to watch Cinderella again. And you can see that's actually a very nice printed detail. I really do like that. And it has the Roman numerals and everything. And you can see right here, sorry for that little cut right here, but you can see this jewel piece is actually new for the Princess line in 2014. I do like it. I think it's actually nice to get some variation on the jewels. I've always been a fan of those translucent jewel pieces. So that's very nice that you get actually 4 of them. I think it's 4, right? Let me see, there's 4 on the outside. Yeah, you get 4 of them in the set, which is actually really cool. And a few of them do come in some other princess sets. And you can see this part right here, you could actually fit a mini doll right there. I currently do not have Cinderella and Prince Charming set up because you'll see where they're at in a few minutes. And there's this part right here where you can fit a mini doll. So that's all nice, lots of playability parts right there. And this part right here where you can fit a mini doll. It's nice to see this piece, this little castle piece in this blue color, which is more of a, I think it's, I'm not really sure, is it teal? Again, I'm not good with Lego colors, so I apologize for that. And you can see you actually get 2 of them in this set, which is very nice. And you get these pieces in this color, which is really cool too. And when we go to the back, there's actually 4 flags, and there's one right on this side right here, right there, then one on the top, which is just this big kind of triangular, what is it? It's a triangular prism dome, which is really cool in this blue color. And there's one flag all the way down here. So I do love the flag details and all of that, even though the flags are pink, and I don't think that's accurate to the movie. But nevertheless, you can see there's this area right here, which is where the mini dolls are. And this is actually a really awesome play feature. But you just stick the mini dolls right there. And since this is rotating, you can make it look like they're actually like dancing and stuff like that, like it's a ballroom. So that's actually really creative, and I do give props to Lego for doing that. And that's going to add like endless hours of fun for some kids. And you could just think of the possibilities right there. So that's really cool. There's this part right here, which there's a sticker right there, which was on one of those silver stickers sheets, which I was talking about, because there's 2 sticker sheets, one silver and then one is just regular. And you can see there's this little placemat right here, not really a placemat, but what is it called? I want to say welcome mat, but it's just really there so they could step over it, because there's not really any point to it. But it does lead to a little fireplace right here. And let me see, you just gotta kind of tilt it like that, and you can see the little flame under there. So that's really cool. And the couch, you could just kind of put a mini doll sitting on there or laying on there. I think it works best for laying. Or maybe like a animal or something like that. And you can see she's just like laying right there. So that's really cool. Or like I said, you could put it sitting. And so that works all in itself. Then this part right here, there's this little area right here which has, I guess it's like a bath or whatever. And that has one of those gold little bath, what is it called? Bath switches? I don't even know. Oh, faucets, that's it, bath faucets. And that looks really cool, and there's actually 2 of those right there for the sink and this part. So I guess you could say this part is the toilet, or not really the toilet, but the bathroom, and it's missing a toilet. And this actually leads to this part, which you can see is a new piece, and it's this little flower piece. I'm not sure if it's, I gotta see, I believe it's found in another princess set. And you can see it right there. It's actually a really cool looking piece, and it actually feels pretty cool. It's like I think it's just a regular plastic, and you would think it would be rubber or something like that. And I guess you could say it holds like perfumes or whatever. And so that piece, if you want to see better look at it, you just kind of take that off, and it's kind of like a flower, which is really cool. So I do like that piece. I don't really see if there's any huge uses for it besides this, but still it has some potential. Maybe it could be used as like an engine or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm curious to see what people use it for. Then under here, which you could actually remove this top part right here to get a look under here, which is really cool. And it just removes easily like that. You can see there's this little flower, or not really, yeah, I guess you could say it's a plant. And I was going to say flower pot, but I guess that's a flower pot because it uses the new flower pot piece, which is really nice to see that being used in more sets. And you can see that this set has a few new 2014 pieces, and it's really just kind of an easy way to get all these new 2014 pieces that they're introducing with the flower and the flower pot, the heart jewel, and what was the last one? Oh, and the little mini dome, which is very nice. There's these little parts right here, which I guess you could say is wine or something like that, which is kind of interesting. I wonder what drink they were intending to be there. And then there's this part right here, which is a little bookcase. And the cool part about that is there's a little key that is on the back. So that kind of reminds me of some of the older Harry Potter sets that have, if you move this part right here, they'll reveal a key. So that's really nice. And you could just kind of take that off to see more of this bookcase, which is pretty cool. And so that is a nice detail right there. Just gotta stick it on like that. Then if you put this part, unfortunately, it's hard to kind of remove this part, so it's going to be a hard way, it's going to be kind of hard to look at the bed, so I'll just kind of have to take it out. But you can see the bed right there. Oh, that actually worked pretty well. The bed right here, there's a secret letter under the bed. And the bed has a sticker detail right there. And if you take that, it reveals a little secret letter. So that's another kind of Harry Potter-esque play feature right there, which I always love those. And it just makes me kind of get nostalgic. And you can see right here, there's this little sticker, and it's just kind of for the blanket, I guess you could say, and it has a crown on it. So that's really nice. You can just kind of pop that in. So there's lots of nice accessories. And in there, there's nothing really special. There's just a few curtains right there, which are purple. Right here, there's another one of that flower piece, so you do get two in the set. There's another one of that dome piece, and for some reason, there's a lipstick right here. I mean, I know that Cinderella wears lipstick, so I guess lipstick little containers aren't really excluded from this universe, but it's just kind of odd to see one of these lipstick, what is it called? It's a lipstick, the container that lipstick's in. It's just odd to see one of those in such a kind of timely set. Because, you know, Cinderella is kind of an olden time set, I guess you could say. And right here, I'm actually kind of interested what this is. It just looks like it's a little necklace, which I know that's a necklace, but on the back, there's like a rope. So it looks like it's a little bit like a noose, which is kind of interesting. But that's a sticker right there. And if you see, the necklace is kind of shiny. So that's from that kind of shiny sticker sheet. And right here, you can see there's some detail right there. And on this part right here, there's actually a door. And in the door, there's a treasure chest, so that's really cool. Another one of those little play features. And there's really not much room if you take out the treasure chest. There's only room to fit the treasure chest. If you take it off, you can see there's some jewels right there, which are very nice. You got some of the Power Miners jewels, as people call it, but of course that didn't originate in Power Miners, and some of the regular jewels. None of the new flower, I mean, why do I keep on saying flower? Heart jewels in there, which is kind of interesting. And that reveals a room, like I said, there's not really anything you could fit in there, and look at that, it just kind of broke. But you could fit a mini doll standing, because there's these two little studs on the back right there. And there's no way that this kind of stays in like place with a stud. You just kind of slip it in there, and then you close it. Then the last part is this little part for the kitten. And this part is annoying, and I'm probably going to take this off when I put it on display too, just like the little heart jewels, because it just kind of sticks out from the front, and I'll show you that later. But if you stick the kitten there, where's the kitten? Sorry guys, I am so embarrassed, but the kitten was actually behind here this whole time. So you just kind of have to take out the kitten. So if you get her stuck back here, it's hard to take off, which you guys just saw. But now since that's off, you can kind of see that you just fit the kitten right there. And she has a nice little resting place, which is not behind there. That's kind of where I found the kitten. And like I said, the milk part right here, I kind of have to take off because it just protrudes from the front, which I'll show right now after I put this stuff on. And you can see from the front, it kind of sticks out from that dome, which I do not like. So if you're looking at it from it like this, which is how most people will look at it on display, you can see it just kind of fits out. So I will take that part off maybe when I put it on display. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it does on display or whatever. So that's it for this long, close look. And I apologize for that, but there's just so much going on with this set. And you'll see that, how much I like this set, because there's just so much stuff going on. And now let's go on to the final verdict. Okay, so for the final verdict, you can see it has kind of a sunset display, or just kidding, it's just my lighting. But this set is just absolutely excellent. It's not perfect, so I cannot give it an A+. I'm really refraining from using the A+. I know back in June I gave like Blackgate, Battle at the Blackgate an A+, and I do not think that set deserves an A+. But I'm refraining from using it unless the set is absolutely perfect. This set is not absolutely perfect, but it's definitely my favorite of 2014 so far. And I know I just said that with the Stephanie's Beach House set. But still, this set just kind of trumps it just a little bit. I wish they would have included maybe one more exclusive minifigure, maybe make Cinderella exclusive, or that's not really needed, but maybe include one more minifigure for $70. But that doesn't really make or break the set, and that doesn't say if they include that, it would be perfect. No. There's still a little bit of flaws. Like, I wish they would have added more rooms for more necessary stuff. For example, they use that whole top part, which is right up there. They use that whole part just for a kitten part, which I wish they would have maybe used for, I guess, a dining part or something like that. But then again, they have this little added part for a dining part. And it's not completely accurate with the kitten house as that whole top part. But still, the rest of the set is just excellent, and there's some pieces that are just fantastic. Like I pointed out in the review, there's just a whole bunch of 2014 pieces included in the set. Just about every new piece that isn't like a minifigure piece. So that's really nice. I do love some of the printing and some of the stickers. I think the stickers, as much as I didn't like it when I first saw it, actually add to the set with the little bottom parts right here. And this isn't a sticker, but that's actually a very nice printed piece. And I think Prince Charming is a very fantastic minifigure besides the faces and stuff, which is kind of a little flaw. And yeah, so the pieces, the build is excellent. So I will rate this set an A. It's not an A+ because it's not perfect. But still, the value is actually kind of really good because you get 646 pieces for $70, which is not bad. And so I will see you guys later. And this was just such a pleasure to build. I have to say that. This is probably one of my most fun sets to build in a while. And so yeah, that's it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.